Hi there. In this video, I give you Rishon. A few words before we start. The primary goal of Rishon is to empower tech professionals to develop business software of any scale in a matter of days, on a shoestring budget. In today's challenging times, technology experts lose their jobs in droves. Rishon aims to provide them with an opportunity to create a solid income while doing what they do best, without the need for a team, and with a time to market as short as one day. A few years ago, artificial intelligence changed our lives. It's now everywhere, and it is here to stay. What was once considered wild science fiction is now our new reality. Even I am an AI. We are still learning how to reap the most benefits from it. The second goal of Rishon is to enable businesses of all sizes to harness the full power of AI for their daily activities, not just from automating marketing emails and social media posts. Sounds fictional. Well, I will show you Rishon in the works in the next 10 minutes. I expect you to have a basic understanding of the software development process and the general nature of business software. No knowledge of any specific technologies is required. I wouldn't overwhelm you with the ideology and theory behind it. Instead, we will dive straight into the platform, and I will provide explanations as we roll. Over the next 10 minutes, we will jointly design, develop, and launch a comprehensive CRM and business automation solution for an auto repair shop with Rishon. Relax and enjoy the ride. What you see on the screen is the Rishon development environment, which runs on all major operating systems. Software development usually starts with the product specification. For this video, instead of writing the spec, I took a shortcut and asked Rishon to create the product specification on its own. The only instruction I gave it was to build a CRM and business automation solution for an auto repair shop. I could be far more specific, but let's see how Rishon fares on its own. Rishon went on to research similar systems online. It searches for publicly available manuals, tutorials, reviews, discussions, and more to gain a better understanding of the application domain, much like a human product expert would. The only difference is the time spent. Rishon completes this work in under 5 minutes, while it takes a human several days or even weeks. Then, armed with the gathered data, Rishon proceeds to the next step, designing a product specification. The spec includes functions, user stories, and even data entities and their attributes for the new product. It also clearly lists the assumptions made and the outstanding questions that must be answered. For a human expert, this usually takes weeks. Rishon does the same in just a few minutes. By the way, I slightly accelerated the video to spare you the wait. Still, as visible on the display timer, Rishon completes the entire job, including market research and product design, in 8 minutes. The specification can then be reviewed and revised as needed. As soon as it is ready, I will quickly scroll through it to show you the level of detail. In this example, our new product will have over 60 functions and approximately 20 data entities. I recommend that a subject matter expert review the spec and answer any questions. In this video, I will trust Rishon and proceed immediately with development. By the way, instead of reviewing the spec, you can use a trial and error approach. Build the application, preview the results, then make corrections and rebuild. Alternatively, you can bypass the specification stage and write the code manually. More about it later. Rishon is done with the spec. Let's have a look. Here, you can see all 60 functions, including user stories, entities with their attributes, user types, access control lists, and outstanding questions. In the interest of time, I won't even touch the spec. Instead, I've asked Rishon to use its own judgment when it comes to questions and start coding right away. Let's see what it comes up with. Rishon is now coding the app according to the previously developed specification. While we wait, I'd like to share some information I've been holding back. the applications are built in Rishon's own programming language. Why? This is the first ever programming language designed specifically to accommodate the reasoning style of an AI, which differs significantly from the human way of thinking. This alone gives Rishon a substantial advantage in automating software development. By the way, the word Rishon means first. The Rishon language is designed to make it equally easy to review, understand, and modify the code, either manually or via an AI prompt. For any given specification, there is a single way to code it in Rishon, which makes everyone immediately comfortable with any code as soon as they learn the basics. The Rishon language is designed to express specifications, not algorithms. It is declarative in nature, and the code describes what the application must do, but not how to do it. It turns out that declarative languages are far more AI-friendly than imperative ones, while most traditional programming languages fall into the latter category. By the way, the Rishon compiler automatically verifies the backward compatibility of the software, giving you peace of mind with each update. At runtime, the code is executed by the Rishon virtual machine, which guarantees the 100% correct execution of any code that passes the compiler's scrutiny. There are no algorithmic bugs, period, because the algorithms are not coded in Rishon. Of course, you need to ensure that the spec does what you want. However, the compiled specification code always works, reducing your testing efforts by at least an order of magnitude. Rishon's virtual machine runs in the cloud and is serverless by design, resulting in significant savings to the customers. Rishon applications can be accessed online via native applications for Mac and Windows, and native mobile apps for iOS and Android. All of this makes Rishon an ideal tool for building and operating custom SaaS solutions. By the way, the code scrolling on the screen is Rishon code spewed out by the AI. But don't strain your eyes, we will take a closer look at it later. Lastly, the Rishon language is designed from the ground up to enable applications to leverage AI services during their operations, far beyond composing marketing texts and emails. Wherever an AI can reliably replace manual work, Rishon can leverage it, making your application future-proof in the light of rapidly developing advances in artificial intelligence. A solo developer armed with Rishon can accomplish in a day or two what is traditionally considered a multi-week or even multi-month job for a large engineering and TA team. As soon as the code is ready, we will play with the real app. We will preview it first, and then release it directly to production. It usually takes Rishon between 15 and 20 minutes to code the entire application. Not bad, considering that a kickoff meeting with an engineering team takes longer. Let's see what came out. We are now entering the preview mode. It allows us to play with the application without deploying it to real users. On the left, you see a number of functions that you can perform. I will start by creating a new customer. First, I am asked for the customer's name, phone number, email, and mailing address. Then, I need to select the preferred contact method and provide any additional notes. Finally, we submit the newly entered customer and voila! The new customer is now in the system. We can immediately see the customer record in our database, preview it, or dig deeper. This is an application for an auto repair shop, so let's add a vehicle with all the necessary details. Once done, we submit it to the system. Now we can see the vehicle in the proper relationship to the recently created customer. We don't have time to explore the entire app, but trust me, all the functions from the spec are there. Let's pretend that we've reviewed everything and are satisfied with the result. It's time to release this app to real users. This is a two-click process, where the first click is typically performed by a developer and the second by a business owner to avoid any surprises. Now, we have our new application running in production. It is available not just in our development environment, but also online and as native applications on popular desktop and mobile platforms. Since we are short on time, I will show you just one more fancy feature Rishon application support. It is the integration with a contact center. When a new call comes in, it can be accepted directly from the app, and the agent has access to the customer's data with the tight security controls in place. Outbound calls and texting are also supported. This makes Rishon a perfect service creation environment for any business, small or large. Finally, it's time for me to fulfill the earlier promise and show you what the code in Rishon looks like. I don't want to turn this video into a tutorial, but you may notice that the language is almost self-explanatory and easy to read. With the supporting documentation and training videos, we can get you up and running in no time. I hope you've seen enough of Rishon for the first introduction. Want to learn more? Rishon is launching soon, so stay tuned. For those of you who can put Rishon to immediate use, we just launched an early access program. It includes priority access to all our new releases, all learning materials as they become available, and hands-on assistance for your projects. If you aren't technical but a business owner or operator looking for a custom-tailored solution, we might even build the entire application for you. Traditionally, technology companies have never done anything like that due to high costs and long project timelines, but we have Rishon, which keeps the efforts at bay. Registration for the Early Access program will remain open until we max out our capacity, or until the launch date, whichever comes first. To secure your place in the program, open Rishon.com and request early access. The sooner you do it, the better. We have limited seats allocated. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Ciao!